Hi guys, and welcome back to our best of 3 battler. This week we are playing the amazing Joshua Lorcy, New York's finest, and we have had 2 games already. The set is tied at 1-1. We're about to go into game 3, so I hope you've enjoyed the set so far. If you've seen it all, make sure if you haven't, hop back, check out games 1 and 2. We took game 1. Josh adapted amazingly well and stole game 2 right from under our noses, very convincingly. So we're going into game 3 here, and we've got to kind of adapt ourselves, but also keep in mind that Josh knows that we probably need to have, we'll be changing stuff up as well, so things to keep in mind. So what do I want to do? Josh last game 2, he led the Tapu Koko and the Porygon 2, took advantage of that Sky Drop strategy, which totally shut down our Lele and any kind of option that we had to utilize the taunt to stop the Trick Room on the P2. I'm kind of tempted to lead Ninetales Xurkitree here. Or Tapu Lele and Xurkitree. But it could be walking right into it, I guess. I just feel like Xurkitree is going to offer us a lot more than what we have been bringing. Like, the Garchomp's good, but it's not been doing too much when we brought it. Xurkitree, let's lead it. I think we need the Celesteela. And I think we need Arcanine as well. So let's lock in with those 4. This might be the totally wrong decision, but I feel like the Koko is going to come again. And I feel like the Sky Drop's going to be a thing again. And Xurkitree, if we can get it boosted up and support it, it's going to start throwing out a lot of damage. We obviously need to be aware of the Continental Crush from the Gigalith. But we see Josh just lead off with the Lele and the Arcanine. So we know this Tapu Lele is scarfed. Arcanine does get its Intimidate off, but we know we're faster than this Arcanine. And I think that we'll probably be able to pick up a quick KO onto the Arcanine with our Tapu Lele. But the thing is, our Tapu Lele is quite important to us because we need it for that P2 later on. So I feel like I want to preserve it right now. So I'm just going to protect the Lele this turn. I'm going to switch out the Xurkitree into Celesteela. And there's a helping hand coming out from the Arcanine. Why is this going to be into the Celesteela slot? There's a Dazzling Gleam. Okay. Celesteela is going to be able to take this quite comfortably. We know that Lele is locked into Dazzling Gleam now. So I'm quite happy here going for a Shattered Psyche into the Arcanine, get rid of it, and go for a Leech Seed into the Lele slot with my Celesteela, because we should be able to get rid of the Arcanine. Even if it protects, we'll be doing some good damage into it. And whatever happens, you know, the Lele is going to fire off a Dazzling Gleam. It's not going to pick up a KO anywhere, but we see it switch out, so we'll be able to get Leech Seed onto the P2 at least. And Arcanine protects. Okay. Maybe it would have been nicer going for the Shattered Psyche into the Tapu Lele slot, kind of knowing that it probably has to switch out in that situation. But we should do enough damage here with the Shattered Psyche through the Protect to be able to maybe not pick up the KO on the Arcanine. That is a bulky Arcanine. And the P2 avoids the Leech Seed. Okay. Don't know if I want to go for the taunt into the P2. I think it's like we got caught out last time going for it. And we'd definitely be safer not going for it now because of the threat of the Shadow Ball. So I'm just going to switch in Arcanine and I'm going to go for a Leech Seed into the P2. Because Celesteela doesn't mind the Trick Room too much. And I feel like Celesteela is probably like a win con in this game. So you see the Arcanine switch out for the Lele. We do hit the Leech Seed onto the P2. And we see a Shadow Ball into the Arcanine. Now I'm going to switch out my Arcanine because I expect the P2 to probably switch out here into the Arcanine, so the Lele might be able to survive a Heavy Slam. Let's switch out into Lele. Let's go for a Heavy Slam into the opposing Lele slot. You may just see an Arcanine come in there, but I need to kind of keep Arcanine in the back for myself to bring in when Joshua's Arcanine comes back in, so I can cycle Intimidate, because I really need to protect the Celesteela really at all costs. We just see the P2 switch out. It's going to be the Arcanine coming in, so we are going to be able to get a Heavy Slam off into the Lele. I don't know if a -1 will be able to pick up the KO onto the Tapu Lele, but we'll be doing big damage to it regardless. See a Psychic come into our Tapu Lele. And we do get the Heavy Slam off. Okay. So here we can just go for... Like we switch in our Arcanine. And I just Leech Seed the opposing Arcanine here with my Celesteela. Yeah, so we see the Lele switch out again. P2 probably come back in. Arcanine might even protect here. But it also might just go for a Flare Blitz into our Celesteela. It's a bit of a cat and mouse game at the minute. And there's a protect from the Arcanine. Okay. I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz into... Actually, I'm not. I'm going to withdraw Arcanine again. And I'm going to bring in Xurkitree. And I'm going to go for that Leech Seed into the Arcanine slot. Because you imagine the P2 probably goes for the Trick Room now. It's got quite enough space and a good opening to go for it. Potentially the Gigalith comes in, yeah. And there it is, there's the Trick Room. So I'm going to switch. I know we might be sacrificing our Arcanine, bringing it in here, but we need to get an Intimidate onto the Gigalith, just in case it goes for the the Continental Crush this turn into the Celesteela, because it will be doing big damage to it. So if we can get that Intimidate off, it's going to be huge. And I'll go for a Leech Seed onto the P2. And if Arcanine gets through this turn, we can cycle it again. And there's just a Rock Slide. So we should take this with Arcanine. And hopefully Celesteela doesn't flinch. P2 goes for an Ice Beam. Into the Arcanine slot. That should proc a berry. It does. So as long as Celesteela doesn't flinch here, we're not in too bad a position. No flinch. And we get the Leech Seed off. Okay. So we need to get the Arcanine back out again, because we've got to keep in mind that Josh has still got his Arcanine, which could come in at any point, and it will put a lot of pressure onto our Celesteela. And without any Intimidate support, you know, we are heavily threatened by any potential Flare Blitz coming out onto us. And like Celesteela is our win condition here, we just need to make sure if we can get rid of the Arcanine on the opposing side of the field, Celesteela can win out. Do we go for a Leech Seed here? I don't know, I feel like the Gigalith switches out. I really do, to reset the Intimidate. I'm going to go for a Heavy Slam into that slot, just in case it doesn't, get some damage onto it. And the Gigalith does switch out, so we should have really seeded into that slot. But we didn't, you know, doesn't matter too much. And I'm going to get an Intimidate off again. I'll bring back Circuitry in. And there's another Ice Beam from the P2, this time into the Celesteela slot. Okay, how many turns of Trick Room have we got left? Because we could potentially, if we got one more turn, we could go for a Tail Glow now. This is the last turn, and we got one more turn after this. Tempted to go for the Tail Glow here. I'm going to go for it because we can protect on the next turn. And I'm just going to protect Celesteela. I could Heavy Slam into the Arcanine, to be honest. Can't see the Arcanine staying in. Does the Arcanine stay in? I don't think it does. I think we go for the Leech Seed into the Arcanine. It does stay in. Gonna see the Shadow Ball into the Circuitry. Does lower our special defense. We do get the Leech Seed off into the Arcanine. We should be able to survive a Flare Blitz from this Arcanine. We just see a Toxic. Doesn't affect the Celesteela, so we get away with that one. We get the Tail Glow up as well. Okay. Seven, so I wonder if we can get away, because I really feel like the Lele comes in now for when the Trick Room ends, where the Arcanine is. So I'm gonna, what I'll do is switch out Circuitry. It seems a bit counterintuitive here, but I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go for a heavy slam into the Arcanine, expecting the Arcanine to switch out for the Lele. So there it is. It's going to be the Lele. So we do catch it. And I feel like Josh is kind of forced to go for the Shadow Ball into the circuitry slot here. Just because of the threat that it is. We do see it go for a cover. So we could have actually got an attack off with circuitry here, but we do get rid of the Tapu Lele, I guess. That's one thing. We do get a Beast Boost, which isn't really going to benefit us too much other than for the Porygon 2. And the Sandstorm does subside. Okay. Now the thing is, when the Arcanine comes in, we need to try and get our Arcanine back out so we can intimidate again, so our Celesteela is a bit safer. Let's see what comes in. It is the Arcanine. So it probably wants to go for the Flare Blitz into our Celesteela. You've got to imagine. We'll probably see. I'm just going to use Circuitry as kind of just fodder to switch in and out, really. I'm just going to go for a Protect here with Celesteela, because I don't want to allow this Arcanine just to get a Flare Blitz off into Celesteela Pockets Berry. But it might just like see through that and just target into the Circuitry regardless anyway. And there's the Flare Blitz. Does go onto the Celesteela here though, and we do get a Trick Room up. Okay. I think we still, like, the thing is, if Josh kind of reads into the circuitry switching out here into the Arcanine, there's every chance we could see a Helping Hand Shadow Ball into that slot. But I feel we just need to get a Leech Seed onto the Arcanine, and we kind of whittle it down that way. And even a Helping Hand Shadow Ball we should be able to take with Arcanine. We do get the Intimidate onto the opposing Arcanine again. And Arcanine just protecting, so we're going to see the Porygon 2 maybe for an eye. Shadow Ball, okay. Into that Arcanine slot. Right, we're going to get Arcanine the heck out of here, back into Circuitry. Feels like all we're doing, it's a revolving door of Pokemon, and go for that Leech Seed again. We've just got to be really patient, I think, with what we're doing here. Because we've got the tools to kind of whittle them down, but it's just making sure that we're making use of them when we can. And withdraw Arcanine once again, and we'll bring in Circuitry. And P2 just going for a recover, so we get a free switch in Circuitry there. We're going to get a Leech Seed off onto the Gigalith. And it does hit, which is great. And the other thing that we need to do is make sure that we've got enough resources at the end of the game to deal with this Porygon 2. How many turns of Trick Room have we got? 2. And the Gigalith hasn't really used its Z move yet. Maybe it wants to use it now on the Circuitry. I'm going to go for a Heavy Slam into the Gigalith this turn. We might see the Arcanine coming back in, but we're just wasting Trick Room turns at the minute. So we're going to see the Z move here. No, we just see a rock slide. So hopefully we don't get flinched. The Shadow Ball into the circuitry. We do get flinched, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's going to happen sooner or later. We've gone into the last turn in the Trick Room now. Okay, so is this where Gigalith unleashes the Z move? Knowing that it can get a KO into that slot. I'm going to risk a Tail Glow, and I'm going to go for that Heavy Slam again into the Gigalith. So the Trick Room is ending. So if we should get a Tail Glow off here, and this might be the opportunity we need to start clearing the field. This P2 especially goes for a recover here. Yeah. This will probably proc the berry on the Arcanine, but I think with the sand damage over and over, we're going to proc it at some point. And we do get the Tail Glow up with the Zerk. Okay. So I think we just go for, we double into P2 here. Yeah, Thunderbolt and Flamethrower into it. Try and remove it from the field. Hopefully a +3 T-Ball and a Flamethrower is enough. I don't know if it's going to be. Oh, I don't think it's going to be. Arcanine goes for the Flare Blitz into the Circuitry. It does take us down. The P2. Does it go for the... Yeah, it's blatantly going to go for the Trick Room here. The sand damage might be... Oh, no, it's nowhere near enough. There's the Trick Room. It's just going to be able to recover all of that damage off. But the Leech Seed actually might pick up the KO here. Maybe. Is it going to be enough? Is it? It is. Oh, wow. Okay, so that helps us out to no end. We'll bring Arcanine in here. We've got a whole load of Trick Room to get through, but we got rid of the biggest pain in our side right there. We've still got this Arcanine which can threaten us, and the Gigalith obviously still has its Z move that we need to be aware of. So I'm going to protect Arcanine here. Do I protect Arcanine because Josh could potentially double into Celesteela, which would probably take us down. So it could potentially switch out into Lele, protect Celesteela this turn, and then get the Intimidate back in this next turn around. Which -2 both things, we should then be able to get the Leech Seed on both things and install out the game from there. We're running low on time though. So no Z move just yet. The Rock Slide into the Lele. You've got to imagine the Flare Blitzes into the Celesteela, so fine, yeah. We're going to be able to get at least another Intimidate off now, which should be enough to allow Celesteela to survive at least one turn. We'll keep Lele in the back as well, just so we can bring it in once the Trick Room has worn off, which will allow us to kind of take down both targets here. But this is maybe where we see the Z move. No Z move. Arcanine just hanging on. Don't flinch, and we do get the Leech Seed off into the Arcanine, which is huge, because a flinch there would have really put us quite far behind. We see a Flare Blitz from the opposing Arcanine into our Arcanine. We take it, we don't. Okay, so we've got the Lele to bring in now. I think we've got 2 more turns of Trick Room to go. So I don't know if Lele is going to see out this game. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, 2 more turns. I feel like I want to go for the Psychic into the Arcanine. I'm just going to do it, really, and go for the Leech Seed into the Gigalith. But at the same time, it's probably better off if we kind of just try and stall out the Trick Room, and I could just double protect here, get a bit more damage onto the Arcanine with the Leech Seed. Oh, the Gigalith now busting out the curse. Oh dear, oh dear. There's a Flare Blitz. We could have got a free Leech Seed off there. Now I feel like we need the double protect with Lele. Oh, is it worth it? It's probably not. Go for the Psychic into the Gigalith slot. Or into the Arcanine slot. Yeah, let's go for the Arcanine. Get rid of it and try and get a Leech Seed onto the Gigalith. It's just a Rock Slide. This will take down the Lele. But it doesn't. We actually survive. We flinch. Is it going to be a Flare Blitz into the Celesteela or the Lele though? Celesteela. Oh my god, it's a critical hit. Oh! Arcanine does go down. We're going to get a Psychic off into the Gigalith. No flinch. Oh! My god! Oh wow. One end to the match. I was really thinking that was it then. But Lele pulling through. What an excellent set. Thank you so much to Josh. And we managed just to sneak that. But some big turning points in the game. That big critical hit there with Arcanine at the end, just showing that you can set up any kind of board position to close out a game, and anything can happen with Pokemon. The RNG can go crazy. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this set. It's been an absolute pleasure having Josh on the channel, and I really hope we can have him back on sometime soon. As I've mentioned in the other videos that we've had throughout this week on the Best of 3 Battler, you can check Josh's social handles out in the description below. Go follow him on Twitter, check out his YouTube channel, check out the videos that he's putting up on his YouTube channel of these matches, just to check it out from his perspective, and follow the guy because he's great, and there's only good things going to come from him in the VGC scene, and I think 2018 is probably going to be another big year for him. So do keep an eye on him, check him out, and just keep supporting him because he is a great guy. But we're going to leave it there, guys. It's super late here, so I'm really beat. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like as always. If you're new to the channel, welcome, all that jazz. Subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with all of our daily content from School of Hard Knocks QR Code series, Battle Spot Doubles series, which will be coming back very soon. We do a live stream on a Thursday every week, so you can hop over to our Twitch channel at 8 PM, normally UK time on a Thursday, and come hang out. We have some matches, just chat and just generally just have a bit of fun. So it's really cool. So if you're around, definitely come and join in the fun. And we will be back, because this is Friday when this is going up. So we'll be back on Monday with an episode of School of Hard Knocks. And I'm really excited because we've got a really cool team playing next week, so it'll be really good. So make sure you come and check that out. And that'll be that, guys. So enjoy your weekends. Thanks so much for tuning and watching. Thanks to Josh as well for asking me for a best of 3 and coming on the channel. It's like I said, a massive pleasure to have him on the channel. He's just a great guy in general and just a top VGC player. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I'm sure you have, and it'll be great to hear your comments, thoughts and feedback from the battles and just the set in general. So I will leave it there and stop whittering on, let you guys go on and enjoy your Friday night and weekend and all that, and I'll see you all next week. So as always, guys, thank you so much, and until Monday I will see you then. So until then, guys, bye bye.